In this session, I'm going to talk about modern Java on Azure. So Azure is IaaS platform, or infrastructure as a service platform, right? So it's a cloud-based platform. So how do you run Java over Azure, right? So there are workloads, right? Java workloads. So if you see where we have monolithic web apps sitting on a host like Tomcat, WebLogic, and so on, right? That is the one. Another one is modern microservices architecture based apps running on Kubernetes. So both are supported on Azure. So this is traditional and this is modern. So it supports both, right? So right now Microsoft is heavily invested into Java. It supports even version 14. But at least 8 is required, version 8. So we will try to run a Java workload or Java web app monolithic on Tomcat. So you and me can enjoy scalability on Azure, right? And security as well. So this is just a quote. Yeah. You can't be forced to do what you enjoy, right? So cloud is the way nowadays. So go ahead, and it will be at the future. So in coming years. So how to run Java workload on Azure? Let's see the prerequisites. You need at least Windows 10, JDK 8 or above, Eclipse IDE for enterprise Java developers, Tomcat 8 or above, Eclipse plugin like Azure, exactly like Azure Toolkit version 3.5 or above at this time of recording. And we will start now. I will start the workspace. I will fire up the workspace now. Eclipse IDE. So I am starting the Enterprise Edition for Java, and I will create a web app. First, we have to make sure Tomcat is available. So click this link to create a new server. Tomcat 9. I'm going to create. Next. Right now, I don't have any resources or apps to move it to the right, but then finish it. Okay, and if you see here, right click. Wait a second, we'll double click it. Use the Tomcat installation. This is where my Tomcat is sitting. And Tomcat admin port is 0 in this case, and HTTP works on 8081. So modules will be auto reload to by default, and save it. Once you save it, we will try to give it a dry run and see whether it starts properly. Looks like it started. Now how do we make sure it is started? Bring up the browser, any browser of your choice. HTTP, localhost, and 8081. Yes, it is started, and we can see the home page of the app console, right? Apache Tomcat console. Go to server status. I don't think I'm running, if I remember admin password. Let's see. Okay, it's good. Here it is running. JVM 7.8, Windows 10. IP address is 10.0.0.24. JVM, all these heap memory and so on are available here. Right now, this is good enough. Free memory is 105 megabytes. Total memory is 123 megabytes. Maximum memory, so it gives us 1794 megabytes. So this is good enough, and we'll go back to Eclipse and create a dynamic web project. All right, name it as SimpleWebApp. We'll create a sample web app, and we'll create a JSP, index.jsp in that, and we'll code some dynamic JSP in that, some code. All right, dynamic web module version is 4 here, the latest, and Tomcat is a runtime. Okay, I have the workspace here. I'm created here at this location. Just remember, in the shortcut of Eclipse, you can put .data and the workspace folder. Alrighty, and how to do that, right? If you are interested, maybe here you go here in the shortcut and see here. Let me make it big. Oh, we cannot. Okay. This is the exe, as you know, and remembering as dash data space and your lab workspace folder until that you give here. All right, so that is built. I have this folder pointed here from here. All right, so next, source folders on the build path, default output folder. Next, sample web app, content directory will be web content, finish. Okay, let me see here, web content, web in. Did I miss something? Not sure, right? I may go for, okay, so that sounds good. We will create web.xml. So here is a sample web app, and I see the web.xml is created, deployment descriptor, and here the possible welcome file list files, right? Welcome files. It could be one of them. So when you hit just the domain name, then one of them will be picked up, whichever is available, or if all of them is available, I think one of them by default will be picked up. So we'll see, but then let's add this sample web app to Tomcat. Sample web app is on the left, pull it to the right and finish. All right, and it says to restart. Okay, restart. All right, it's restarting. Okay, it is started and synchronized, and see the console. Server startup in 338 milliseconds. Now let's focus on sample web app here and launch it. Run on the server. All right, something wrong with it. I believe we need index.html, or let's say index.jsp page. So let's create it. Go to web content, right click, new file, index.jsp, finish. All right, and in the JSP we can say hello world. Okay, just to give it a test. Okay, it has come. So it is being displayed. Next we'll focus on deploying this web app to Azure.